Hello, and welcome to the August garden video tour for Bowtie Life. This is, been doing this for a few months now, and it's coming down to the end of August, and a lot, of course, has happened in this past month. Things have been growing. Things are big. In fact, the overwhelming theme for most of this video tour is big. In fact, you see that big long board on top of the Durango right there. It's a 20-foot long board I'm working on for a project, and down over here you can see the still big pile of wood chips. I'm Bowtie Dave, and y'all are familiar with me if you've been following along. If not, please subscribe to the channel. Go back and look at some of our other video tours and see how things have grown. Right behind us here are 3 of 10 now pomegranate trees, and you're going to be seeing some of the pomegranates are in organza bags, really fine mesh bags that keep insects away. I've invested in a lot of them. I've got 200 6-inch by 9-inch bags and a couple dozen bags that are I don't remember, 16 by 24, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Had some watermelon in them, but we still have a couple of Kajari melon that we're hoping will develop. We've been fighting rats, big rats. Yeah, lots of big today. And you know, God is big, and just looking around at what's been happening in the garden, you feel his presence and the growth. You know, it's not anything the gardener has done. We just stick the seeds in the ground or the plants in the ground, and he makes it grow. And a lot of growing been going on in our garden. In fact, a lot of it's gotten away from me. Yes, the grass is long again, kind of the running theme. I do not cut grass as often as most people because I love the additional habitat that it provides for the lizards and their food, the insects, and the good insects, the bad insects, everything that God's put in the yard. I like to give them plenty of space, and they are welcome in our garden, especially the lizards. Hopefully we'll get some good footage of the lizard craziness going on out here. We just got a new flush of lizards. I don't know, it's been about a month ago. A bunch of little itty-bitty lizards. See if we can get one of them too. But yes, the beard's growing out. We are taking a trip where this becomes important, and hopefully we'll be posting stuff over on our Tigger Travels YouTube channel concerning that, but that's still a couple months away. So without further ado, we are still trying to get our custom URL, trying to get our first 100 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a friend that hasn't subscribed, please ask them to subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers just so we can get our custom URL. And let's turn this camera around and get you looking at some of these plants, because there's a lot of them going on out there. Here we go. So obviously these pomegranates are really taking off. There's some really big ones in here. Let me just show you this one right here. Compared to my hand, we actually harvested 18 of them yesterday, and we have smoothies between services at church, and we use the juice for the smoothies, and it was good juice. I really enjoyed it. I think everyone else did too. But these 3 trees continue to grow. Some of you might remember that there used to be a tree right down there that I have finally cut out right next to the back passenger side door of the Durango, and it was dying, dead, gone. I have started to try to propagate more pomegranates. We'll see how that goes. You can see the mint here. It was trimmed about 6 weeks ago. It is all the way back to normal, and even a rat trap. Yep, been fighting rats, big rats. And oh, there goes a lizard. It's a skink. Nope. Yes, I think it is. Anyway, so strawberries are just really taking off down here. I'm trying to get them to propagate and grow out. In fact, you can see, if you saw some of the earlier season videos, you can see that this is really filling in real good. We did lose some over there because the wood chip pile over here blocked the irrigation from getting this side irrigated. So we did lose some, but it'll fill in. I'm not too worried. But these used to be strawberry plants that were about 2 feet apart, and you can see it's filling in everywhere. In fact, just rough guesstimating, I think we have one strawberry plant. The tendrils on one end are all the way over here, and I think the tendrils are somewhere back over there. It's almost a 6 foot long strawberry plant, counting tendrils. Now those tendrils, they shoot out baby plants. In fact, I'll show you right here. This Ozark Beauty, you can see here this tendril is putting out a plant. Oh, and looky there, there's a root. That's a good sign. So what we do is we take that, we stick it in the ground so that root can start taking off. But that same tendril has another plant there, and it's going to have another one. It's going to put plants out. So I'm letting some of the tendrils grow. But as soon as they root, I have to go in and start cutting tendrils, and we're about at that point. We actually had some flowers, and you can see some buds right here. Problem with buds at this stage, if I wasn't trying to propagate, I wouldn't be taking these off, but I really want these plants to work on roots and work on propagating and work on growing out. So I've been taking a lot of these buds off as we go, so it doesn't waste energy on what I don't want right now. I want this whole area covered. In fact, the grass was encroaching down here and I wasn't too worried about it, but you can see it's starting to grow over. I actually cleared that area a bit. Still has but you can see the line right there where I stopped. I wanted to have you can see how much it's cleared, and all this is going to get cleared out. And here's the dividing line for the grass. So we do have a couple of new additions over here. Very exciting. Oh, look at this pomegranate. Sorry, these things are just enormous. These organza bags, you can see they're super fine mesh. They're like what you'd put gift bags in for parties and stuff. But the insects can't get to what's inside, and you just tighten the strings at the top, and that's it. Does pretty good. They do loosen occasionally. Like here's one here that's loosened a bit, and you just got to come in here occasionally and tighten them back up. But that's the worst I've seen. Worst time I've seen that come undone yet. I gotta do a better job of staying on these and tightening those back up, because I don't want a lot of insects getting inside there. I want to keep them safe. There's already spots on it, so it's been stung a little bit by insects already, but I just don't want any further damage. But anyway, the exciting additions are these two pots right here. These are brown turkey figs, and they are figs that grow big. Not quite as big as those pomegranates, but they grow big. A good friend of mine gave me these, and very excited to see them grow. Oh, there's a lizard right on one of the stairs. See if I can get him. See, he's looking at it right there. You see that? Hey there, buddy. Lots of lizards. So this little pomegranate, I don't think it's going to make it. I've already pretty much written this one off anyway, because we're going to be putting something here where the trailer, the ugly trailer, can sit over here. We've got to redo that also. You saw in the beginning of the video, though, here in the front of the house, the Jerusalem Artichokes, and how enormously tall they are. They are nothing short of amazing, but they still have no buds. They are way up there. This one here, I think this one here is the tall one. I believe it's about 12 foot tall. I am 6 foot tall. You saw me on the other one up there. I don't know, they might be the same size. I could reach up, still not quite to the top, but you can see I've actually come in here and put big stakes and tied them up in two directions, because there's another stake right here, big metal post, and that ties over to that one. This ties over here to this one, and in fact there's another string to that one. So we've got a lot going on here with these Jerusalem artichokes, and even got more growing up down here, but those shorter ones are even taller than me, about 6.5 foot tall. Amazing, huge, massive, just very exciting. I just wish they would start growing some buds. If you're not on our Facebook page, Bowtie Life on Facebook is our page. And as soon as we get something up there, I'm gonna be getting the ladder and taking some pictures as they grow. So that'll be exciting. Here's some peppermint in the shade of the Jerusalem artichokes, and you can see it's not looking that great because it's been in the shade. It is very much overshadowed. The fig tree here has grown. This here is probably a little over 4 foot high right there. That's just amazing. No new figs. I don't think we're going to get another flush of figs this year. We'll see. But this is kind of how I'm wanting this fig to be more of a bush. I want it to be maybe 8 foot tall total, so twice that. And I want it to be a kind of a large goblet size. And you can see that's already started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches. We'll have to choose 3 or 4 or 5 branches that we'll keep eventually. But yeah, so that's going to be a goblet shape of a tree, so we can reach everything. Here it is, August, and of course the crepe myrtles are still just beautiful. This tree, because it's kind of partially in shade, which makes this side bloom later, and the other side was in the sun. That side, the far side, bloomed earlier. This thing is blooming all year long. It's beautiful, and it's pink. Very exciting. So I've moved a couple of the angel trumpets to the front. I've got one in the ground, and we are looking at putting in our final and 20th garden bed in this area somehow. I still haven't figured it out, but somehow this other one is going to go over there. In fact, I need to move that bag over there so it can start getting used to the sun. But also in this bed, aside from the weeds, we've got, well, there's a failed pansy right there. These are some rain lilies. Rain lilies? Yes, rain lilies, that's right. Rain lilies along here that I've just recently planted here in the past month or so. And of course we got dollar weed and everything else like we always do. Got to keep those trimmed back. Right in the middle, both of these, my goodness, look at that, just right in the middle. Oh, that's satisfying, a nice long root. Oh, pulling up a long root like that. Nothing else is planted in the middle here, but I'm starting to get some ideas. In fact, frankly, I wouldn't be opposed to these just kind of taking over this whole, maybe a swath of this middle here. I've been watching a lot of Garden Answer, and she does these swaths of color through there, and I think that might be an interesting front here. I do still have the onions over here, the walking onions, and not doing a whole lot, but I'm just kind of letting them do their thing. I'm hoping this little thing right here, I saw this the other day. You can see it's a green shoot next to it. It's spreading out. That was the original. This one's the original. This one is new growth since I put this here. So it's starting to spread out a little bit. This one doesn't have anything. I thought I saw another one up here. We stomped on one or two, doing some work. I guess it was just that one. Anyway, these walking onions are, most of them are doing something, some of them are struggling. Of course, our sycamore tree, forever. It's it drops branches, it drops leaves, apparently all year long, but it does create some tremendous shade out here. So over here in the Pollinator garden, we do have one orange bell pepper plant. There's one here, there's one here. There's a couple more back there. One back over there. Is it fine? I thought I saw one more growing on here recently. Now that I think about it. Maybe it was that one over there. I can't remember. Maybe I did remember to bag it. Anyway, so the zinnias are really growing out. Need some more deadheading. I do like to leave some of these deadheads because I've seen songbirds out here feeding on them. But see, when these flowers get to this point, those are the seeds coming out of there. The birds will eat those. Those will grow for next year. Multi-purpose. Going to create a lot of new life in here. So we've got a lot of flowers doing that. You can see the Thai plants going, purple Thai plants kind of squeezing up beside them. All kinds of these zinnias though. If you didn't see the picture of the my first peppermint stick zinnia, go onto the Facebook page, and if you need a link to it, you can look in the description of this video, or you can go to our website, which is bowtielife.me, as in me, and you can see links to both the YouTube channel and to Facebook. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just something amazing? I love these colors. Just wow. Just amazing. Bird bath needs to be cleaned, obviously. Those are some nasturtium I had planted way back in March. And this is interesting. I noticed this the other day. I just haven't moved these at all, but look at here. Here it is. Weather's starting to get cooler. And there's new growth on this guy. Look at that. And even back there, there's new growth there. These things have been in the pot, in their little things, since April maybe? I can't remember. But one of these dropped a seed and it planted a new one down here. And that's actually gone through its life. That kind of shows you what these nasturtium do. They seed themselves. Oh, look at there. I didn't even see this one. Look at this little bit of new growth right there. That's cool. So yeah, nasturtium, they're edible. Go back and see some of the earlier video tours where I took a bite of some and had a little surprise a couple times. This zinnia right here, oh wow, it's all rooted down here, and it's got another shoot coming, oh, all the way over here, kind of laying down. This one isn't standing up as good. I don't think I trimmed this one back as well as I should have. That tall thing right there is a weed. In fact, let me pull that thing because that's going to be a noxious weed. I'm not careful. Ooh, that's a deep-rooted weed. There we go. I'll take those and put in the yard waste bin on the way around here. But yeah, all kinds of zinnias coming up, looking good. This is still the first year of the zinnia bed, so we'll give it some time to develop. I don't know if you can see up there in the window the green. That's my new pepper attempt. That's all, I think it's 52 pepper plants in solo cups up there on green lights, and they've really thrived. If you've been following along, you know that I've had a nightmare of a time with growing peppers this year, and I'm very excited to be having that much success now. Oh, very excited. So, coming back across, there's the artichoke bed. Here's bed 19, the shade bed, of course the crepe myrtles, and what we're thinking might be a decorative peach tree, or pear tree, I'm sorry, decorative pear tree. A pile of refuse from remodeling for the trash people tomorrow. See, there's our green bin. We have a great team here to help us with our waste. So we come over here to the artichoke bed, and of course it's artichokes planted from seed. I'm going to plant some more from seed next year, and we'll try again for some more, but we have some going here, some going up there. Might have lost that one and that one. I may have lost that one too. Nope, it's still there. You can see the fern is still growing. Ooh, that's coming out of the ground. I'm gonna help that get back in the ground a little bit. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do or not, but it's what I'm gonna do for that one. That's the one right in the middle, so keep it. Oh yeah, I do see. There is one back there. Still. And of course the holy basil. Here on the front. And so this is these two are the biggest ones. I think it might be because they're getting a little bit of sun. But this bed stays in the sun, in the shade a lot of the day. It gets some good sun part of the day. But this really wispy fern type stuff. That's the did I call it? That's the asparagus. Did I call it artichokes earlier? I meant asparagus. That's the asparagus ferns. And of course we're fighting the weeds here. Dichondra, which Dichondra is edible. Dollarweed is edible. The Dichondra is actually a detoxifier. This dollarweed, I don't know that it has any other advantages other than just that it's edible, but let me show you this Dichondra leaf. They say if you get something in your system, you need to detoxify. But you can see this is what the leaf looks like. It has a little split right there. That's Dichondra. And it will, you get a bunch of this for a salad, and it's supposed to clean the system, clean your whole system, bloodstream and everything, of toxifying agents. So there are nasturtium seeds in this hedge right in here. So I'm watching for nasturtiums coming out right along in here. I haven't seen any yet, but oh, Mrs. Bowtie's gonna be excited. We have jalapenos. Now this thing here, all the white flowers are either Serrano or jalapeno. Now these are tiny little jalapeno, and I'm not sure why they're so small. There's a, wait, is that a Serrano? Oh, this whole branch over there is Serrano. Okay, so there's some jalapeno on this side here. Here's some red Serrano that need to be harvested. Looking good. So I'm a little confused as to what's what. I think this is jalapeno, this is Serrano, and I think that's jalapeno, which if you look at it, there's not much left of that thing. So it's suffering. We come up here to the Pindo date. Pindo, yes folks, I know the name of it now. These are Pindo dates. And you can actually see we've got some coming out right now. I'm not going to be able to get it. In fact, I'm going to let everything fall. It'll fall to the ground down here, and squirrels will help dispose of it. But Pindo palm, also called jelly palm, and they make jellies, and it's also called a wine palm. But oh my goodness, look at this spider. Can I put my hand behind here? Can you see that? Oh, that is just amazing. The crown spider. We've been having nests in this area. Actually, I walked full face into one the other day. We have our bean plants, and we have been harvesting beans. Excuse me, just tripped on my knee. Been harvesting all kinds of beans, fighting them away from the hornets, yellow jackets, and dirt daubers. Not really. They happen by occasionally, and I'll go pick over there, and by the time I get back over to the other end, they'll be gone. They don't stay very long, but they are a pollinator, so they're good to have around. They're welcome in my garden. Lots of beans growing. Been coming around the beans behind the Pindo palm. Pindo, P-I-N-D-O. Been trying to identify that for a while, and one of my neighbors finally gave me a solid identification. In fact, here, let me zoom in again on those dates. Pindo dates. Anyway, so yep, we are getting grapefruit. Looky here. Nice, big, massive grapefruit. Loving it, loving it. Very excited about that. All kinds of grapefruit. We're gonna have another big harvest this year. The grapes, oh my goodness, I gotta show you these grapes. So of course, past the grapes, we have our area that I have laid down heavy-duty landscape fabric under here. Whenever I cut this area, it was so dangerous because I'd be mowing and I'd jab the back of my head or my back on one of these and it would hurt, leave me a sore. But so all this is covered with landscape fabric and wood chips. The wood chips I'll have to pick up every couple of years and refresh, but these wood chips will start breaking down and be good for the compost. You can see there the Satsuma orange tree has been doing some self pruning, and that's okay. I hadn't seen any of the fruit just completely rot en masse like it did last year. And of course the bricks over here, that's the bricks that's going to become the edging for some of the front yard beds in the near future. And if you haven't seen the big pile yet, you can see the older bricks up this side and across the top. All the dark red bricks came from another site. I was given some spare bricks they had, and so getting ready to start that project for the winter. And of course we have our gifted mulch and the raised bed soil back there. And if you've watched regularly, of course, you know back here we have our blueberries. And there is, again, a lot of new growth. Last month, I should say, this new growth was taken out. Look at this, though. It's huge. I'm going to have to get in here this winter and do a lot of cutting of old and dead stuff so it will grow new and fresh again. But this is really thick in here. I'm very excited. This is the blueberries, of course, and I'm gonna have blueberries next year. Again, had 32 pounds this spring. So well, there you have it. That's the front yard garden tour for the month of August. We're coming close to the end of August, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We are just trying to get 100 subscribers right now. We're a small channel, just getting started, and hoping that we can inspire people to just be excited by what's happening in the garden around them. Sometimes this may not be productive, but you know, all this stuff out here, I just love getting out here and standing amidst the jungle and just enjoying the presence of nature around me and everything that God's created. So anyway, that's part one of our video tour. I'm out here sweating a little bit. Oh, in case you notice, I did find my safety glasses. They were actually right where they belonged. That's my brain. And I will have safe eyes now for a while till I lose them again. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. You're awesome. Appreciate you spending a little bit of time, and stick around for part 2 and part 3 of this month's garden tours, because we're going to be doing the outer beds in the back, and we'll be doing the raised beds in part 3. So stick around, watch the next ones. I'll try to leave some links on this video to those next videos as soon as they come out. Have a blessed day.